Mighty Mike Simmel developed epilepsy at the age of 2. He struggled throughout childhood and was debilitated to the point where he could not participate in regular activities. His father gave him a basketball to see if his coordination could develop. It worked, and Mike dreamed big. But years later, at age 16, when he was at a basketball camp, he had an epileptic seizure, his first grand mal attack in nearly 10 years. That incident would change him forever.
I use basketball as my way of finding my way. And camp wanted to send me home. And that's why I started the program, because I never wanted the kids to feel the same way that I felt. And I always wanted to give back to kids and make them feel good about themselves.
The Bounce Out the Stigma project was founded by Mighty Mike and his father in 2005 as a grassroots campaign to educate the public, teach healthy lifestyle choices, and empower youth with unique issues based on Mike's personal experience of growing up with a disability. It's caught the attention of the biggest names in the basketball world.
Bounce Out the Stigma is a basketball program designed for children with learning, motor, and other deficiencies stemming from all sorts of disabilities, ranging from autism to epilepsy to ADHD and all sorts of other intellectual and indivisible disabilities. We work with kids ages 7 to 21. We span all throughout the country in many different states. We've been around for 17 years. Never you're going to see a program that is run by somebody that has challenges themselves, as I have epilepsy myself. So we're a junior affiliate of the New York Knicks. Last week, we had our New York Knicks camp. It was a whole thing where the New York Knicks gave the kids jerseys and with their logo on it, and with posters and trophies. And we did a whole 9 New York Knicks week. We did a 76ers week out in Camden, where the 76ers gave the kids jerseys. And we did a really cool thing with the Sixers. We did a day out in Orlando with the Magic. And we have a bunch of former basketball players come to the camp. We've done that before, and a couple NBA players and a couple of my friends from the Wizards have come out to the camp in the past. And so we've had a lot of really cool people come to the camp, and it's been a really great experience. And like, it just highlighted what we really preach at Bounce Out the Stigma. And we teach these kids that limits don't define you, you define your limits. And that's what we want to teach these kids. Don't let anybody tell you what you can or can't do. Be self-empowered to be the point where you can be, and reach out for the stars, and you never know where it could take you.
Today, Mighty Mike Simmel is holding his basketball camps all around New Jersey thanks to key partnerships in the community, including ASI, a research-based human health care company that discovers, develops, and markets products throughout the world and whose headquarters are in Nutley.
Our partnership with ASI started a couple of years ago when one of their employees got connected with us through a connection. They found us, and I was doing some work with them at the time, and one of their employees connected with us and said, let's see if we can kind of work at your basketball camp and have some volunteers come and work at your basketball camp. And then this is probably about 10 years ago. So they started working at our basketball camps as volunteers, and it kind of grew a little bit. And then they started making contributions to our camps as far as like financial contributions, as far as just for scholarships for the kids that wanted to, we could give scholarships for some of our campers. And we're so happy and honored and humbled to have a great program like a company like ASI. Because now, if you even look, they're now a title sponsor of our program. And to have a title sponsor like ASI be part of our program, it's something that's just, it's unbelievable.
The partnership even garnered a New York Emmy Award nomination this year. The project, spearheaded by Senior Management of Digital and Creative Communications, Robin Dormer, takes a deep look at the impact Bounce Out the Stigma has on participating youth.
To be honored, just to be named in that sort of category, to be in an Emmy nomination, that's something that's amazing. I mean, we've been honored with many awards at Bounce Out the Stigma. We were named the Junior NBA Program of the Year in 2019. And I was named a Kentucky Colonel. I was named one of the 10 Outstanding Young Americans. And now to be even named as a possibility for an Emmy nomination. Oh my goodness. Like, it just goes to show you that with good people at ASI and good people that we have, great things can happen. And these kids are the stars. And we're so humbled and honored just to be part of this, part of the ride, and just the journey is part of the fun.
Mighty Mike Simmel leaves a lasting impression wherever he goes, and his legacy continues to grow, one 3-point shot at a time. For the New Jersey Morning Show, I'm Laura Jones.